Hello guys, Sean Foggy here. Welcome back to another video. Manchester City vs Fulham preview. 3 o'clock kickoff, Saturday, Etihad Stadium. This can't be taken lightly. Fulham are a good side. They're in 6th. And they always tend to be one of those teams that can be a bit banana skin for like the top 6. I think last season they took 4 points off Arsenal. We beat them fairly comfortable in both games. 5-1 at the Etihad and 4-0 at Craven Cottage. But one thing I've got to say is that, like, the game at Craven Cottage, we struggled for a good few minutes before we got the opening goal. I think it was Gavardio. And then the one at the Etihad, we took the lead through Alvarez, and then Fulham got back into the game. And then there was that dodgy Ake goal. Like, some refs will give that, but on another day, maybe the referee doesn't give it, and then the game's completely different. So, yeah. But I don't see this being easy. But it depends how Fulham set up. If they go to, like, attack, I think City pick them off, because I don't think they've got as good players as Brentford. Because one of the reasons why Brentford playing football against us actually worked is because they've actually got good players. I'm not saying that Fulham don't have good players. I just feel like the Brentford squad is better. And they tend to perform more when they play the bigger teams. But Fulham did do well. I think it was 2-2 at the Emirates last year. And they beat Arsenal at Craven Cottage. So they do tend to get that odd surprise result most seasons. Well, ever since, like, the last few years. Because I remember when they used to always come up and then go straight back down, but they're not that anymore. I think Marco Silva is a good manager. He plays half-decent football. They've got half-decent players, but City should win this game. It won't be easy, but this is a team that we should put up. Ederson in goal. Rico Lewis right back. John Stones, Ruben Diaz centre-backs. Gavardio left back. And then Kovacic in the 6, alongside Gundogan and Phil Foden. And then I'd have Jack Grealish on the left, Erling Haaland up front, and Savinho on the right. Maybe you could argue there could be a shout for Bernardo starting the game, but I don't think he's been playing too well lately, so I think he's going to be on the bench again. But we can't afford to be dropping points in this game. It's Fulham at home. I'm not like trying to sound arrogant, but they're a side that we should be beating at home as well. And if you're drawing 3 games in a row, do you really deserve to win a Premier League title? I know we did do that at points last season. I think it was where we didn't win for like 4 games, where we drew like 3 and lost 1. But that was sort of like a not really competitive season. Like, it was like, even though there was 3 teams in the title race, neither of the 3 sides were like amazing last season. If that's what I'm trying to say, like, it was like sort of like a poorish season where there weren't that many good teams. And the teams going for the league weren't like at their peak, if you know what I mean, like at their best. And we managed to go over the line despite doing that. But this is actually a competitive season. There's a few teams that can win the league this season. It's a competitive season. It's open. And it's not like one of those seasons where like it's a guarantee who's going to win the league. And I think some of the games in the league this year are quite hard to predict. I do think City will win the game 3-1. I think Haaland gets 2, and I think Foden gets 1. And I can see like maybe like, I don't know, maybe Smith Rowe scoring for Fulham. He's a good player. I don't know why Arsenal let go of him, really, because they've got Rice, who's on paper their best midfielder, their most consistent midfielder. And they've got Odegaard, but with that Odegaard injury, they could have done with someone like Smith Rowe, really. And I think, has Fabio Vieira gone as well? I think he might have gone as well. So, yeah. But we've got to get the 3 points. If we don't get the 3 points, then we're going to be having to play catch-up, because Arsenal have got Southampton. I know Leicester gave Arsenal a game at the Emirates last weekend, but Southampton are pure shit. And They're going to go down. I can guarantee you, even though it's not even Christmas yet, that Southampton will be a championship club next season. Not good enough. The players are crap. The manager's crap. And everything about the club is just crap. And Arsenal win that about 5-0. So City need to get the 3 points today. Not today, sorry. Tomorrow against Fulham. Liverpool have Palace. Even though that is at Selhurst Park. And Selhurst Park can be like a tough place for like the big six to go to, and Palace do tend to get like that odd like surprise result against a big team. I think they drew against Chelsea this year, who's been doing pretty well. They got a draw against United, even though United are crap. It's still a half decent result for a team like Palace, anyway. But I do expect Liverpool to win as well, so we've got to win. And if we don't win, we're going to be maybe like fourth or something like that, which wouldn't be good. Because if you're going to win a league title, especially this season, you can't be drawing 3 games in a row. We got away with it last season because a few months later, like Liverpool started shitting at the bed and like getting poor results, and Arsenal did the same. But this season, I don't think it's going to be the same, because even though Liverpool did lose to Forest, I don't think many of those results will happen. And I think until like maybe like Chelsea at Anfield or something like that, or like Arsenal at the Emirates, Liverpool won't drop points. That Liverpool game, if Liverpool win at the Emirates or get a draw, then they're properly in the title race. But then if they lose that game to Arsenal, then we know for sure that it's just a 2-horse race between Arsenal and City. But I don't think Chelsea are in the mix, to be honest. I've seen people say that Chelsea are the dark horse, but I still don't really fancy Chelsea. If they go to somewhere like Anfield and like pick up a point or pick up 3 points, then maybe, yeah, we can have a bit of a talk about them. But people are like raving them up after beating teams like West Ham, Bournemouth, sides like that. Those are not the games that you need to be judging a team on like Chelsea. You need to judge them on like the teams that are actually big. The only big team that played this season was City and they got beat. What does that say? I'm just saying. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe, and I will speak to you all soon. Quad City!